Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you what I eat in a day. I have filmed a few what I eat in a days on my channel before, but this what I eat in a day is going to be different because I'm currently in the middle of a fitness challenge, so I'm making sure that everything that I eat is super clean, healthy, and right now I'm actually not eating as much as I normally would be if I wasn't doing a challenge. So I think that this video will give you lots of healthy meal ideas and maybe give you some inspirations on some snacks and new foods to try if you are trying to eat a little bit healthier. I did just want to give a quick disclaimer and say that the portions and the amounts that I'm going to be sharing within this video is just what works for me and the amounts that I like to eat when I am trying to tighten up and just feel a little bit less fluffy, I guess, after the holidays. In no way am I a doctor, obviously, or a nutritionist. I just don't want it to come across like I'm trying to tell you that this is the correct portion size for everybody. It is definitely not one size fits all. But I think that's it. I think that is enough rambling. So let's get into the what I eat in a day. So I always like to start my mornings off with a cup of coffee, and I did get an espresso machine for Christmas, so I have been really utilizing that over the past few weeks. I prefer my coffee black. I don't put any healthy fats or creamer or anything like that in my coffee, but typically I will wake up, have a cup of coffee, and then when I am in a challenge phase, I always try to hold off on eating for as long as possible. You definitely do not have to do that by any means, and I do eat right away when I'm hungry, but I just find for me that if I eat right away when I wake up, then I am like nonstop hungry all day long. So I just prefer to try to wait and not eat until I absolutely can't handle it anymore and I'm starving. So for me personally, I normally have my first meal between 11 and 1, and it is normally a pretty big meal. But until then, I just like to make sure that I'm staying hydrated, drinking my water, and enjoying my nice cup of coffee. Alright, I am back and I am starving. I just ate one of these, hold on. I just ate one of these One Brand protein bars. I seriously eat these things every single day. I always talk about them in my what I eat in a day video. Always like the first thing that I grab. So I just ate one of these, and now I think I'm going to make myself like a giant breakfast. I always try to make sure that my meals are balanced and that I'm getting a good source of protein, some healthy carbs, and also some healthy fat. And today I am really craving eggs and oatmeal. I don't know why, it just sounds so good. So I'm going to quick make 2 eggs over easy, and then I'm also going to have a side of oatmeal with some fruit, and then also I'm going to make some Kodiak cakes. So I know that sounds like a lot of food, and it probably will be, but like I said, I try to hold off on eating, so I am actually very starving. And I also like to eat larger meals so that it keeps me full all day long until later on when it's time to have dinner or a little snack. I hate to be snacking all day long, so this is just what I found has worked for me. So this is just like the box of the oatmeal that I really like. We get the apple and cinnamon flavor, and then we also get the maple and brown sugar. But right now I have been on the apple and cinnamon kick, and I really like to eat this with some strawberries. So I typically eat 2 packets of these, and what I really like about these is it's super convenient. I don't have time or the patience to be boiling, or whatever the right word is, cooking my oatmeal on the stove. So I really like that these have like simple instructions. It just says to fill the water to this line, pop it in the microwave, and then you pour this in there and it's good to go. I really like this oatmeal. It's a lifesaver. Like I said, if I had to cook it on the stove, I would not be doing it. I'm very thankful for this Better Oats brand. And then these are the Kodiak cakes that I'm gonna make today. This is just the almond poppy seed flavor. I really like this. It's very good, and I think that I'm going to make it into a waffle. Sometimes I do pancakes, but I think it will just be easier to do a waffle. I am making a huge mess right now, but I like my Kodiak cakes to be a thicker consistency. I hate when my pancake or waffle is like super flat and runny. I don't know. I just always like it to be thicker and fluffy. I feel like it is so much better. Scratch that. I think that our waffle maker like died or something because it smells really, really bad and it's smoking and I'm just worried it's gonna make my waffle taste gross. So I think I'm going to try to make pancakes instead. Okay, so I just warmed up a cup of a little bit of water in the microwave for about 50 seconds and now I'm just going to pour my 2 packets of oatmeal. Take my spoon, stir it on up. And then I normally can see it's like getting thicker. Again, I don't like watery oatmeal, so I'm just gonna let it sit for a minute and thicken. And then I will add in my fruit. All right, so here is what I am having for my first meal of the day. Just a warning, it doesn't look that pretty. I am not the best cook and I definitely made a few errors when trying to make this. And I am not fancy. I am eating today on a paper plate. Okay, so I made 2 fried eggs. I know they look a little interesting. I think the pan was too hot when I put them on there, but it's fine. They will still taste good. And then 2 Kodiak cake pancakes. I always do better when I make them in the waffle maker, but yeah, our waffle maker just blew up or something. I don't really know. And then what I'm most excited about is this Better Oats oatmeal with strawberries. I seriously love strawberries and this just sounds so, so good. Leave a comment down below and tell me what your favorite fruit is. I think mine definitely is strawberries. I wish I could be pretty like an Instagrammer and have my foods look so delicious and picture perfect, but this is real life. So I'm starving. I don't think I can talk about this meal any longer because my stomach is growling. So I'm going to eat this and then I will check back in with you when I'm eating my next meal. All right, it is almost 3 o'clock and I am starving again. So I'm just going to have a little snack to hold me over until we have dinner tonight. For dinner tonight, we are having tacos. I am super excited about that. And I also think it's kind of funny because I feel like every single time I film what I eat in a day, I am always eating some sort of like Mexican inspired food for dinner. I really, really love Mexican food and these tacos will definitely be much more Americanized, which isn't as yummy, but that's all right. For a snack, I'm going to keep it light. The lighting's a little weird, but I'm going to have peppers. This was all we had left, so I'm just going to finish them off. And I have a cheese stick. And then I'm also going to have some popcorn. This is my favorite type of popcorn. I will show you the bag because it's giant. It's seriously as big as me. I get this popcorn from my local grocery store and I really, really love it. It's seriously the best and it's so convenient. I eat it every single day. So that is what I'm going to have until dinner to hold me over. All right, so it is almost time for dinner and I just wanted to share with you a couple little healthy hacks in case you want to make tacos from home or if you're trying to find a way on how to make your tacos healthier or anything like that. So my first tip is whenever we have tacos at home, I always opt for like a healthier tortilla, I guess. These are the Extreme Wellness wraps and we get the whole wheat. These wraps are made with olive oil and flaxseed and they don't have any sugar and they're very high in fiber, so they're actually very good for you and they also are lower in calories. Here is the nutrition information, but what I also really like about these is that there's 4 grams of protein in just one, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it actually is a lot for a tortilla. I don't know if they're categorized really as like a wrap or a tortilla or what. Oh, a tortilla wrap. That's what it says on here. 8 tortilla wraps. So I really like these, and I honestly don't feel like I'm missing out or anything at all when eating them, and they're super big. I can fit a giant taco in this wrap, which is another reason why I love it. I definitely recommend checking these out if you are looking for a healthier alternative. And then the next thing that I wanted to mention is when making tacos or anything with ground beef, I always purchase extra lean ground beef. So I think like standard typical ground beef that everybody buys at the grocery store is 80% lean, but what I like to buy is 96% lean. The higher the percentage, the less lean the ground beef is. No, the opposite. The higher the percentage, the more lean the ground beef is, meaning that it has less fat in it. And if you didn't know, fat is a macronutrient, fat, proteins, and carbs. And fat is the most calorie-dense macronutrient. So there is 9 calories in 1 gram of fat. I feel like I'm getting very scientific, so I will try to spare you all of that information. But basically what I'm trying to say is that not that fat is bad for you by any means, because it's not, but it just adds up quickly and it adds calories to your meals quickly. So normally I'm not somebody that really obsesses over the calorie number or pays really that much close attention to it, but when I am in a challenge, I do pay attention to it because I am counting my macros and I am trying to hit a certain number of carbs, fats, and proteins every single day. Circling all the way back around to what I was trying to share is that if you are using ground beef and you are looking to cut back a little bit on calories or eat healthier or whatever, I would definitely recommend trying a leaner ground beef, because to me, when it's cooked into something like that, it tastes exactly the same and I'm essentially saving calories for something else that I would enjoy more. The way that I eat is kind of like budgeting in a sense. So if I were to eat like a normal 80% ground beef that has a lot more fat in it, then that would subtract from my daily allotment of fat grams, and then I wouldn't be able to have something like whole eggs earlier or like peanut butter. I would have to cut that out because I am eating it inside of my ground beef instead. So by eating a leaner ground beef, I'm able to eat whole eggs, eat my peanut butter, maybe even a piece of chocolate, like foods that I enjoy way much more than that extra percentage of fat in my ground beef. So everybody is different. Everybody has a different preference on foods that they would like to like spend their allotment on, but that is just how I prefer to do it, and I just thought it was a good thing to mention. If you guys would be interested in learning more about macros or kind of like how I budget my meals when I'm in a challenge or anything like that, then leave a comment down below and let me know. I would love to film that for you guys, but only if it's like of interest. I'm not somebody that really believes in dieting or restricting yourself or being in a challenge mode 24/7, but I do think that it is good for you to try a challenge and try different ways of eating every once in a while, just so that you can learn what works best for you. So I just finished up my dinner. I had tacos, like I mentioned, with lean ground beef, a little bit of light sour cream, salsa, lettuce, and tomato. I can never eat just one taco, so I always have to make sure that I save enough room so that I can eat 2. Tacos are seriously my favorite type of food. But I think that is going to wrap up my what I eat in a day. I hope that you enjoyed this video and got some good healthy meal inspiration that you can start incorporating. I am off to edit this video so that I can get it up for you tomorrow and to finish reading my current book, which is Atomic Habits by James Clear. If you haven't read that book, I definitely recommend reading it. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Do not forget to give this video a thumbs up if it was helpful and you want to see more what I eat in a day videos in the future. And then also don't forget to subscribe and join the fam if you're new here. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.